there, YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that Kickstarter is being ran. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers, celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. Also, consider supporting the Patreon down below as I'm currently a stay-at-home dad, and every penny really does count. But today, I'm very excited to be checking out the 15th most popular tabletop game project on all of Kickstarter, and that is AracKhan Wars, the card game. AracKhan Wars is a tactical card game set in the fantasy world of AracKhan. Now, I don't mind mentioning the world it's set in if that's a world people know and people care about, but when I Googled this, nothing at all came up. So, I don't know, maybe you mentioned what kind of game it is, maybe you mentioned the player count, maybe you mentioned the time length, maybe you mentioned anything else more useful than, you know, just, oh, it's based in this fantasy world that we created. Or maybe I just completely missed it on Google, but I could not find anything about it. So, it's already raised $71,000, that's awesome, 758 backers, 19 days to go, and as always, when you go into the video, you got to do three things. You got to convince people. Do they want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? Hopefully, they can do that right now with the video. Let's go.
The peoples of AracKhan had been at peace for millennia.
It's a nice map.
But from the shadows came the Grey Order, humans who sought only conquest. Their darkness spread across the land, sowing hate and mistrust amongst the races.
Okay, I just watched Lord of the Rings, the first Lord of the Rings, about 2 months ago, and I feel like they're definitely trying to go for that vibe with this video, which is good. I definitely think if they're going fantasy, go hard on the fantasy, and this is getting me excited. You know, it looks like generic fantasy, but I feel like they're doing a good job with this video so far.
The provinces of AracKhan realized the only way they could survive was to go to war. Behold the rise of the Grey Order. Choose your faction among the 4 great provinces of AracKhan. Build your 23-card deck and challenge your opponent on the battlefield. Okay,
that gets me excited. So I'm looking at a 2-player head-to-head tactical game, maybe in the same ilk of, say, like a Summoner Wars? You know, because that's an itch that I love having scratched. But once again, maybe mention something like that, a head-to-head 2-player tactical, as opposed to regurgitating again that it's based on the AracKhan universe, which sounds like a cool universe. And maybe if you make another game, this one's popular, you make another game in that same universe, that's when you really kind of spotlight it. But here, your first game, I would be spotlighting the game itself a little bit more. Is that a playmat?
Regardless of power or cost. Anticipate your opponent's actions.
So that shot looks like it's good, but to be quite honest, it's so fast, and you don't actually tell me what's going on. I don't think it's a good shot. Like, because like, let's. I'm gonna really try and figure out exactly what they're trying to tell me right now. Cards get flipped. 3 thing. +1 defense. +1 defense. Wait, no, this guy's moving over here.
Plow through enemy lines. Cast powerful spells to wreak havoc. Anticipate your opponent's actions.
Okay, so maybe it was just that one, but I still didn't get what they were trying to get there.
Create your creatures and plow through enemy lines. Cast powerful spells to wreak havoc. And unleash your devastating combos to conquer lands. At the end of the 9th and final round, the player...
I like all the words they were saying, and I felt like they were appealing things, but I watched everything, and I didn't really pick up anything like what you were saying. Like, I understood the words, and I know what all those words mean, and I like all those words, but maybe it was just the video was just a smidge bit too fast. You just need to hold my hand a little bit more, but let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I still think it's a very solid video, though.
The most points remaining wins the game.
Okay. 2-player head-to-head skirmish. I think this one's really going to bank on a gameplay video, to be quite honest with you, so hopefully that is down here. But the do I want it is, yeah, I feel like they did a pretty good job with that, especially if you are more into that genre of games, the head-to-head, you know, construct your deck, try and defeat the other person style games. I think absolutely they did a good job on the video. Could be better, yeah, but I still think it's a good video. And $71,000 already funded. I bet that's part of the reason why. So now, can you do it? How much is it? Nothing But Games, first created 4 back, so you are a new game company. I'm seeing 3 people down here. Great, so we should have some good customer service in the updates in the comments. What does this click me to? Nothing B Games. Website. I know it's under construction. You're telling me it's under construction. Oh, okay. I thought that was the whole website. Okay, ages 12 plus. Oh, it's 2 to 4 players. So here's the thing. Once again, I sat through your whole video. I didn't realize it was 2 to 4 players. I totally thought it was a 2-player head-to-head skirmish style card game. But once again, I thought that because you didn't tell me that. And if I'm not into that style game, maybe I'm just immediately like, oh, I'm going to something else. So this information right here, I would put that on that main image or somewhere in the video. I know somewhere in the video is a difficult one right now. But yeah, this looks like a good website. Okay. Okay, so there's a good deal of thought on this, on Tabletop Simulator, on Tabletopia, and that's what I always say. Just because you're a first created does not mean that's necessarily a deal breaker. You just need to wow people in this section right here in case they actually check it out. And you know, I'm going to YouTube stuff here, I'm going to Facebook stuff here. This is great. This is great. 627 members, and okay. And that looks like, and that explains why this game is funded. You've got yourself on the Tabletop Simulator, on the Tabletopia. You got yourself a groundswell of people who are here right at the jump, and that's awesome. Good for them. So, can you do it? I'll give it a minor check mark. I still want a little bit to know a little bit more. And quite honestly, one thing that I always recommend, especially if you're a first created, talk about your shipping. Somewhere in here, just mention your shipping, mentioning the companies that you're thinking about going through or who you know if you're going through. Just drop that name, and all of a sudden your credibility goes through the roof. AracKhan Wars, Rise of the Grey Order. Oh, apparently we have a subtitle now. Cool. First time I've seen this subtitle. I don't see it on the box. I don't see it up here. I didn't see it on Board Game Geek. So Rise of the Grey Order, kind of odd that it's right there. But anywho, spotlighting the cards. Cool. This is a playmat, right? Is this a playmat or is this a board? I don't know. Is there going to be a deluxe version? Oh, it's a 1v1 or 2 to 4. Okay. So English, another language, I think that's French because they're from France. So we got 2 PDF rule booklets. Awesome. And new to Kickstarter, click here. What does that do? What does this do? First time on Kickstarter, don't worry, here's a tutorial. Wow. Okay. I guess I can't complain about that. That's user-friendly and whatevs. Needed in French. 24-hour gifts. This campaign was funded in less than 24 hours. Everyone who pledged a Phalanx pledge or more at any time during this campaign will receive the Grey Order Rises card. Cool. Cool. So okay, great. You get this. Awesome. Essence of the game. Great. Cool. I don't like this. Just hit me with the price. Hit me with the price already. Just get it over with. You know, I like what I'm seeing here. I like your graphic design. Like, the graphic design on this Kickstarter is, and look at this artwork. Like, this looks really good. I'm sold. And if this is my cup of tea when it comes to games, I'm even more sold here. This just looks great. Look at that. You spotlighted, zoomed in on the card. I want to see stuff like this in the rule booklet, and I bet we will. I love it. Look, oh, look, it's on fire. That's so cool. How to play, goal of the game, 5 steps, great, whatever. Just give me a gameplay video already. End round phase, end of the game. Here we go. Full playthrough.
Hi, my name is Bob from...
We're going to get a full playthrough?
There's going to be a lot of damage.
Awesome. Looks like a full playthrough. Excellent. That's exactly what I said. That's what people want to see. Boom. Right there. Simple. You made it thematic too. Whatevs. And hey, 39 currency. Or $47. Go you, nothing but games. Go you! Converting! I love it! Spectacular. So $47. Why hide this? You know, once again, what size is this box? It looks like it's Ticket to Ride size, but not the same thickness. I personally hate those style boxes. But either way, that gives me an idea of what size the box is, which is going to make the shipping a little bit more palatable when we get to that. So I do like the fact that I kind of have an idea of how large this box is in this 3D render, even though it looks weird. Okay, but $47, I would spotlight that. Once again, just slap that on the main image. $47, that's not bad at all. 4 pre-built decks. Bayatar faction, 23 cards, plus 30 faction tokens, so you're going to be getting 92 cards and 120 faction tokens, it looks like. Oh, plus alternate mode cards, so we're getting up over around 150. More 30 neutral tokens. The battle mat, yes, and look at this. Look right there. They just answered my question by just having that little ripple right there. That's great. more companies need to do that. Make it clean, make it clear. I just did a little Deliverance yesterday, and I pounded on them. It's the religious-themed, not deck builder, but cooperative game, which looks like a cool game, but it was so unclear, which pledge levels necessarily came with the playmat. It just felt like they intentionally did it, and I like that. It's clean, it's clear here, and I like that this is in the regular game. Like, this is the game, and it's going to have this. Awesome. 57.6 by 57.6. Once again, I know, you need to accommodate us stupid Americans. You did it earlier, and I'm going to ask you to do it again here. Can we get some inches here? I don't know what 57.6... 50... Can someone who knows that in chat, please let me know what 57.6 centimeters by 57.6 centimeters is. I apologize, but one of these days, I will actually learn these conversions. All unlocks stretch goals. And here's the other thing. If you've already started to unlock stretch goals, I would start to interweave them in here as, this is your bread and butter. This is where I think most people are going to convince. They're going to say $47. This is nice, and then they're going to start seeing, because you already have an extra card in here, and I'm sure we've unlocked some other stretch goals, which we're probably going to see a little bit lower. I wish they were higher. Oh, okay. And now we have the $74 one, which comes with everything in the main pledge, 92 faction tokens plus 150 faction tokens. And why couldn't you tell me that up here? Why did you make me count it up here? Wait, let's go back. Yeah, why the hell are you making me count it up here, but down there, you're like, oh, if you come into the fancy pledge level, then we'll count for you. What, are you going to convert millimeters to inches for me too down here? The AracKhan, so what are we getting? Everything here. So you're getting all this. I actually like how they did this. I like this. This is the stuff, plus, it's so obvious. Very well done. Singing Iron expansion. I get the impression that this is a throwawayable size box. Ones that, it's like about that by that, which I don't have a problem with. I bet it's going to have very thin plastic because they're saying, as soon as you get this box, you're just going to toss it. We don't need to make a nice box out of it. I was actually complaining about Destinies from Lucky Duck Games for that very reason. They sent me the big pledge level so I could review it, and it has the game and 3 expansions, and all 3 expansions have so nice little box inserts. And you know what? You're just going to chuck them all out the freaking door and put everything into the base box because you don't want those 4 boxes, so I like the fact they went minimalist here. I still would like to see the dimensions of the box, but still, 19 cards, a new faction. Okay. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So these are 19 additional cards to add to your faction. Well, let's be honest. If you're this far down the rabbit hole, if you like the idea of the game, if you like their cut of the jig, which I think they're doing a very good job here, I'd like to see this higher, personally, on the story page, but I think they're doing a great job. Are you really going to bat an eye about saying, oh, okay, so this is going to make it so that I'm going to have even crazier cards to play and have, my deck will really feel like my deck? And, yeah, people are going to be it. So the Whitelands faction, so we're getting 38, so it's a 76 card pack in there. Cool. Plus another 76 card pack. All right, I don't mind this. Plus all unlocked stretch goals. So there's going to be stretch goals specifically for this expansion as well, which I know is a very divisive topic, just in general. But, and then we've got, nope, we're not done, because now we have the $120 Titan Pledge, which is going to include everything to the base game, plus the 2 expansions, plus, that's very clean and clear. Excellent job there. Plus the Buy Arter expansion pack. 3 new extremely powerful cards. Kickstarter exclusive. You want to break the game, baby? You better back us on Kickstarter. What is this? What is this thing? Why is that there? 3 new extremely powerful cards. The Buy Arter Battle Mat. So that's cool, I guess. Do I need this battle mat? Like, that's my question. What does it do? Material, special proposed textile, very dense. And I don't mind the fact that they don't have the artwork. That's fine. But I just need to know, like, why do I need this? What is this thing? Is this some first player marker I'm going to get? Are you going to mention? Oh, here it is. No, the Buy Arter Strategic Guide. So this is an expansion that includes 3 cards, a playmat, which I have no idea why we need it. Hello, Chris. And a strategic guide, which presumably give me tips on strategy for the cards in the game. Okay. That's a very odd expansion, and I kind of see why they lumped it in with something else. Because I imagine they know if this was just a standalone where you could buy this if you wanted it, it would not be very popular. I just, based on the amount of... So they add something else, plus Kickstarter exclusive 11 legendary foil cards. And now you're like, oh, I gotta get the foil cards. This card's art looks amazing. Do they have better zooms? Yeah, and up a little bit. They do have some more images of the cards, and yes, the artwork has been gorgeous. The graphic design as well. Plus 400 sleeves, plus the 4-player dashboards, and yeah, all unlocked stretch goals. So I do believe, yeah, they kind of snuck this one in here. Is all that going to fit in the base box? All that's going to fit in the base box, which means this box is obnoxiously large for what it actually is if you just get the regular version of the game, which... always drives me mad, but it is what it is. Moving Shadow expansion, Singing Iron expansion, Bayarter expansion pack, which once again, what the hell is this? Like, is that the box? What am I looking at? 100 sleeves, 4-player dashboards, the fun gauge. What is this mysterious fun gauge, you ask? Well, it's quite esoteric to tell you the truth, but it's like a hype train, and the destination is the mystery reward. The more hype and enthusiasm we will all generate, the more the gauge will fill up. This means commenting on AracKhan Wars content, sharing it, even creating your own. Let the world know of AracKhan Wars, and the gauge will for sure explode. If we reach the end of the gauge, each backer will receive this mystery reward. I don't know how to feel right now. So, there's no stretch goals. There's a fun gauge. And if you all are having enough fun, we're going to unlock stuff for you. So you better go out there and have as much damn fun as you can. You better be sharing this and talking about it, or else we're not going to fill that fun gauge for you. It does seem so arbitrary. It seems like something I used to do in my classrooms, or something you do with your children. You know, I'll be very interested to know what other people think about that. Let me know what you think about the fun gauge in the comments down below. Oh, but there are still stretch goals. Okay, cool. I'm cool with the fun gauge alongside the stretch goals. Hell, now I'm a big fan of the fun gauge, but I would mention the stretch goals first. But I guess you got a whole different thing here. I'm excited to see you try it out. This campaign is financed, like the artwork. Man, look at that artwork. That is great artwork. 2 full art cards. What is that? So these are cards that are in the game? Like when you say full art cards, what does that mean? Am I just out of the loop on CCGs or something? Like, are some of the cards black and white? Like, what do you mean by full art card? That font looks so familiar on the cards. It does. It reminds me maybe of Hero Realms? Maybe? That's the vibe I'm getting from it. 1 alternative illustration card for Xenodon. So this is an alternate card, whatever. 1 new Majorca card. Forge Mosquito. Cool, that sounds neat. 2, once again, so here's what I'm saying. Like, what is the difference between the Majorca card and the Plague of Collector? Why is this just a card and this is a full art card? Oh, because the full art goes around the background. But don't assume people know that. I don't think you should. Now I understand what they're saying. So it's just 2 more cards. Okay. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen anybody call that specifically full art cards. So 60,000 this currency, 2 full art cards. Digital Deck Builder, a web app to help you construct your decks in easy... that actually is pretty cool. They have one of those for Mage Wars back in the day, which was actually pretty useful. And I like that they have it here. You know, it's a ways down. And I kind of like how they... So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stretch goals before you get to that, presumably. I don't know. No, these look like micro stretch goals. Oh, wow. Every 5,000 to 2,500 bucks. Yeah, so... Okay. This is a really cool Kickstarter. This is a cool one. I like what they're doing here. If you're ever at a local game store and want to participate in this Kickstarter campaign, social stretch goals. Oh, wow, we got more of these, too. 2,000 members in our Facebook groups, 1 full art creature card, 1,500 Twitter, 10 digital wallpapers. You're not getting those followers. Component. I'm just saying, is anyone like, oh, shoot, I gotta get on my Instagram so we get these 10 digital wallpapers. Like, well, you know what? I shouldn't say that. Their artwork is so well done. I take that back. And that's a compliment to your art. And I'm not typically an art person, but yeah, I could definitely see people rocking with some of those now that I say it. Components with the Kickstarter exclusive logo are available to all backers, including local game stores. That will help make AracKhan Wars a success, and this only during this campaign. And that help... Components with the Kickstarter exclusive logo are available to all backers, including local game stores. That help make AracKhan Wars a success, and this only during this campaign. Campaign equal Kickstarter plus Pledge Manager. Okay. So it's just a Kickstarter exclusive. So pretty much if you don't back it now, or get it from a retail store that backed it now, you're just not going to get the stuff. Okay. That could have been worded, I think, clearer. Season 1, Rise of the Grey Order. AracKhan Wars, a season, is composed of the main story arc as well as a set of mechanics. It comes with several expansion packs. The first two are available. Wow. In the first season, we introduced the game with emphasis on the Bayartar faction with the Rise of the Grey Order. This sounds really interesting. Is there actually, like... I don't... Okay. So now we're back to more gameplay. You're talking about the different factions, how they play. Cool. Great. The world, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Do I want it? Yes. I think you did a great job. Can you do it? Yes. I do believe so. I think you've done enough good stuff around this to convince me that I would say yes. Give it a check mark. How much is it? We have the price, but we still don't have the shipping. Unless the shipping is listed in here. Is it? I can kiss you? No, it's not. So, 105 people want this box, which is going to have super amounts of empty space. 180 people want the box plus the 2 expansions. Because, yeah, that makes sense. $99 people want the fancy, or 383 people want the fancy stuff. Okay. Interesting. And that's, I feel like this is about a good breakdown right there. And you see these pledge levels all have a decent amount of people. That means they're all good pledge levels. So, a tactical card game, question mark. Preview, Quackalope, I don't know what this is, but watch this before you back. Okay, so they got videos, roll for crit. Roll for crit. That's a different YouTube channel. AracKhan Wars Kickstarter preview. So we got different languages. What do we got going on here? How to play. Awesome. Oh, not in our language. Dang it. But that's awesome for those people in that language. Here we go. Shipping rates. Why couldn't we have this higher? Why? I say this every day. I will pound this drum. Why can the shipping rates not just be pressed right underneath the spot up here where we had all the pledges? Just go from just the one-stop shopping section. Make it nice and simple. So $10 that's misspelled. Pledge. $10, $12. Wow. That is that's some dang good North America shipping. Excludes Hawaii, Alaska, and Puerto Rico, and also Canada. But this covers USA and Mexico. I'm assuming that, right? And $18 still. Wow, $18. That's really reasonable. That is really reasonable shipping. Right there. What's the asterisk for? Where's the asterisk? I see an asterisk, which means there should be an asterisk down. Yeah. Shipping rates may vary for UK, Canada, and Australia in relation to the number of backers. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now that is a little bit of a red flag there. If you're going to say that, why don't you just get rid of the asterisks and just put like 10 to 18 or 18 to 24. Just do that range and say, hey, we get more backers, it's going to go on the low end. We get less backers, $24, hopefully it'll be the most you pay. Give them that number, then 9, 9, 10. Does this cover the VAT? Where's the VAT stuff? Customs. This project is custom friendly. There will be no extra custom charge for backers when they receive this pledge. Awesome. This is a great shipping section. So you're telling me I can get the game out the door for $58. I would put that on that main image. $58 shipped anywhere in the United States. I wouldn't say North America, because people in Canada would probably get pissed. But still, $58. That's a really solid price. And then you get in here, and then they find, oh, they don't want the $58 level. They want the $75 or the $121. But still, this is a great shipping section. Awesome. Very well done. Product design, pledge manager, risk and challenges. Nobody cares. Looks good. Let's go check out the FAQs, which is nothing. There are no questions. People have not asked any questions about this at all. You know what? I'm not going to ask a question. Just check out the updates. See if they're good. 7.2.0 ow 6. So these are not very good updates. You can always judge an update without even reading the update by the number of comments. Because at the end of the day, whatever was in your update, the only thing that matters is if it's getting engagement. You know, because that is how you climb up. Right now, they're 15th on games, popularity. You know, you're going to go up, you're going to go down. That's going to really decide how popular this project gets in a lot of instances. When you invest in a card game, it's reassured to have clarity on its future. A lot of text. That being said, if you just unlocked a new stretch goal, the color of the plague. Oh, there it is. Wow, that is some really dang nice artwork. All right, looking at the artwork, ogling it, different language. I don't think you asked a question. And when you don't ask a question, you don't get any responses. So always, 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 and I preach this every single day in your updates, ask a question. Any question. Anything. Anything at all. You know, which of these two cards do you like best? Which is stretch goal, the blah, blah, blah. Which AracKhan? Anything at all. And if you try and get people engaged and say, we're trying to really spread the buzz. Do you have any ideas of how we could spread this even bigger to more board gamers or blah, blah, blah? Just get people interactive and engaged, because right now you got an offer right there. You have a comment, you have an update that is so bad that none of the 758 people here who want to see you succeed had anything to say about it. That's not a good update. Sure, you got 28 hearts, but comments. Rule book question. Does the family... That's the other thing. We didn't see a rule booklet, did we? Okay, so right now, I'm going to give this a 1. I do not feel comfortable giving it a 2 with the new company, with the no rule booklet. I'd give it a 1. I'd say go watch that 28-minute gameplay video, see if it's a game for you, and then after that, back it. It looks pretty stinking cool. But, as always, we'll check out the comments, make sure it's not a flaming dumpster fire, because that happens. That happened with a mouse last week, where I found out, oh, the company actually has another Kickstarter account with 2 other campaigns that were really, really flaming dumpster fires that didn't get shipped out. Oh, that's a problem. So hopefully that's not the case here. Rulebook question. Does the family, since this person has canceled their pledge, show the comment? Ooh, I don't need /1 another Summoner Wars. Why should I keep my pledge? Well, here's the thing, David. If you don't need another Summoner Wars, why the hell did you back the campaign? Why are you in here? Get the hell out. Like, what? Summoner Wars is basically a light miniature skirmish game, so this is from a super backer. Good for you, super backer, punching super backer. Ooh, go Rob, go Rob. What's Dave going to come back with? Oh, then Rain with the chair from the top. Super backer hate right here. Super backer on super backer violence. To me, this feels more like Gwent on a game board, so they're just discussing the X's and O's of the games. Thanks, guys, for such helpful opinions. I'm staying in for now, and of course, oh, so it wasn't actually aimed as a sarcastic comment. Well, maybe I just misread that. I don't need /1 another Summoner Wars. Why should I keep my pledge? No, I guess it's just a question. I just overreacted. I do that a lot sometimes. Apologies. Still find the fabric board to be pretty sketchy. Thanks. Or maybe it was negativity, but it was just met with such a BAM! Punch to the face of positivity that it was like, backtrack. Who knows? Still find the fabric board to be pretty quote, to be pretty sketchy. Just to clarify, it's possible it has a big board, but Summoner Wars is established and popular brand. Not for me. The let's be different from Summoner Wars aspect is the least interesting. I can see the tactics. Wait, the let's be different from Summoner Wars aspect is the least interesting aspect of the game when you were asking, why is this game, why should I get this game instead of Summoner Wars? What do you want them to do for you, David? And I like the fact that the content creators at no point jumped in on this. Have we seen them at all, actually? This was just in the last few hours, though. Okay. Thanks, you guys, for your active support. You did the maximum. Yeah, they did. Anyone know if this game will ship to Israel? Get on that. Board Game Co. is an excellent channel. I'm a subscriber, but even before I watched Alex's review, I knew it wouldn't be the most praiseful, as this is just not his genre of game. Alex has stated this a few times in past reviews. The Battlecast, wow, you have some very active people here. Holy guacamole. And then I see the collaborators popping up in different languages. Excellent, excellent. Overall, I like how they're running this. I do. I really like how they're running this. They got gorgeous artwork. They got some pretty dang good customer service. Some fantastic graphic design. And as much as I want to see a rule booklet in here, like right here, be great. Why can't I click on it? I know how to back our Kickstarter. It's great. You got a tutorial. Why can't I click on your rule booklet? That's a little bit of a red flag. I'm going to give it a 1. Still very cool looking game, though. That is AracKhan Wars, the card game. Looks like it might be a cup of tea. Be sure to check that one out. Tell them Bowers Game Corner sent you. And as always, I hope you go out and have a spectacular rest of their day. And I challenge you today to hug one person you love. Even if you're not normally hugging. Now, if you're a family person, then obviously you probably hug. But go hug somebody you care about today. Do it. You'll feel better. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.